Hello and what's poppin' guys, welcome, it's Michael and we're doing a first look on a game called Folktale, which is basically, it's in its pre-alpha stage. You can only play the tutorial right now, but recently it was on the greenlit section of Steam ages ago. This is where I seen it and I clicked the greenlit because I thought, oh, this looks like an interesting game, and it's finally been greenlit. So yeah, you can currently go on and buy it for £15 off of Steam. I don't know what the dollar conversion is, but yeah, and that gives you access to the tutorial just now because it's still in early alpha stages, and then any update that comes out and the game on release. So yeah, it's basically just a city builder with RTS aspects and dungeon crawler as well, so it's a bit like Warcraft or Diablo, Anno and Age of Empires. So you've got the combat of Age of Empires, you've got the city building of Anno. I'm not saying that they're the best games within their genres, I'm just giving you examples. But let's dive in and I'll show you what this is about, because it looks like a great game, guys. So fade to black. We'll get a wee intro and then we'll get back on track once it loads. As you can see down here, it's loading.
For months, your people have struggled through swamps and forests, across deserts and frozen wastes, battling storms and high seas that threatened to dash them against the rocks. They came to escape from the tyranny of the evil Lord Blackdark, whose rogue financiers had crushed the population to little more than indentured slaves. Fleeing a land where toast is rationed to only the select few and the good people eat only stale bread, your brave subjects have fought and suffered before arriving on the shores of this remote island. It is here they hope to find peace and tranquility, where they can farm and build a new... Oh look, there's Bernard. Hello. Where was I? Oh yes, to a land where your people can build a new society where freedom and toast are available to everyone. And it is up to you, our steely-eyed leader, to build a brighter future for your brave pioneers. Because let's face it, the villagers aren't the sharpest swords in the rack. This is the world of Folktale.
And there's a little Assassin's Creed reference for you, but there we go, we're in the game. Let's do this, guys, let's do this. So yeah, basically I'm just going to show the full tutorial. I'll upload all the videos in one go, but I don't know how long the episodes will be, but because it is only a tutorial and I don't know when any more updates for the game is actually going to come out, we'll just get this all done in the one go. I'll give my comments on certain aspects of the game that I find could be improved upon and probably will be improved upon during the stages, because again it's in its early stages. I will point out what I think should be improved, because if anyone important actually watches this video, they may actually take this these comments on board and improve it in the game. So let's get on with the main quest line just now. We'll explain everything as we go on. So let's go into the screen bit.
We should set to work building a windmill and planting wheat.
So yeah, you right click to do this, and then zoom in and out with your scroll button.
Click on the notice board near the empty plot.
WASD, do this, and
from the construction
you can click on things. So let's get a windmill. So this is your building options, and then obviously you have your sub options here. Let's go with that.
Superb! Our villagers will set to work
and
hammering
automatically going to work.
Why not place one or more wheat fields next to the windmill?
I'm just going to place one because I don't want too many wheat fields.
Villagers will spend transporting goods, and the more productive they can be.
Okay, sorry if I'm talking over the tutorial guy, but basically, yeah, we're just building this, and then we're going to build the resource for the windmill here, the wheat field. And yeah, the one thing I noticed straight off the get-go is, I don't know if this is fully customizable in the later stages, but you will be given these plot of lands, and you can pretty much place anything within them. But you couldn't like place your building just there, just because you thought you would want something above the water, or you couldn't place it where you would want, essentially. But now we've got to get a worker, train him. And there we go, we have Rufus the Hairy. I don't want hairy people working with my crops. You can go over there. What about you, Tristan? Tristan seems like the perfect guy to do the windmill.
Ta-ta!
There we go, there we go. Right, good.
Great! You've just trained your first specialist. The farmer will tend to the fields, planting seeds and harvesting wheat, before delivering it to the windmill to be milled into flour. Your villagers will then be able to buy flour from the storehouse to make bread, generating more income for us.
No, yeah.
We should build a woodcutter's lodge close
Okay,
to
I'll
the
build the
woods and
woodcutter's
train
lodge.
one of
Don't
our
you
folk
worry,
to be a
pal.
woodcutter.
But yeah, apparently bread is the main currency in this game. I don't know. I think gold's up here. All your resources are up here. But yeah, I think currency bread is like the main source of anything in this game, which is why you need your wheat fields. So let's build the woodcutter's hut. And there we go. And the reason I've stuck that there specifically, I don't know what this will be like in the main game again, but this I've placed it here because within the game you've got to capture areas that this is a wood forestry area, so you'll be able to go all your wood lumber camp. There you go. And it's the same over here as you'll get your stone area. This is the stone quarry, so you would be wanting to build your mine somewhere around that area. And this is your like metal, your iron mine, so you would want to be building whatever smelts iron close to there as well. So it's not bad. It's a new take on the whole city builder. I don't know. I don't mind it, to be fair. I would like to see what it looks like.
Now select one of our folks and send them to the
let's get ourselves a woodcutter. Charles Derwinter. And Tricky Leaf Bottom. Tricky Leaf Bottom. You've got leaf. You're obviously related to trees, so let's get you being our woodcutter. I love how this is working out. That was just ironic. I don't know if ironic was the right word to use, but it is ironic, guys. So now we've got to capture. So this is what I was talking about earlier. So we'll get these two, because the more you do, the more the quicker the flag will be captured. So it's just simple capture the flag mechanics. The more people you have on there, I would assume, will allow you to capture it better, even if there is enemies on it. Or maybe even it needs to be the enemies cleared. I have no idea. So there you go.
We'll chop down trees and saw logs into planks that can be used to construct other buildings. We'll also need more iron bars and stone. Build an iron smelt near the iron mine and train a miner.
Okay, let's go and get some miners trained. We'll build that there next to this place, as you can see. Right where it says about the whole capture the flag type deal. I don't know what I was talking about there, but yeah, so far so good, guys. I have completed this. I've actually played this 1.5 times before. I played it the first time just because I really didn't know what to expect from the game, and I'm glad I did, because I couldn't even control the camera properly, because I don't know, I was just getting confused, really confused by it. And then the second time is actually the first attempt at recording this, but I played about half the game and realised I hadn't captured any footage. So we've had to come back to it, and yeah, still really enjoying playing it. Doesn't matter, I'm not really a person to replay things, but I like the kind of what's going on in this game. It's such an interesting game that I paid the £15 for us to wait until all the updates come out, and I'm looking forward when they do. So I'll give you this little nifty feature while we wait on that being done, is you can zoom in fucking high detail on a lot of stuff. As you can see, there's the grass that looks very grass-like. Mushrooms sticking out of the ground, not just planted on the ground, but you can also do this. And it's a bit awkward sometimes, you can't really rotate your camera up and down, but you can go inside buildings, which I thought was really cool, because there were a couple of times where when I was looking for people to train as my militia, they were hiding in the building, and they were being really sneaky and trying to get away from me because they didn't want to fight things, but obviously I found them. And another thing, well, let's see who's going to be Iron Mines coming. Nope, I'm saying I don't want a hairy guy to do any of my work, but I don't want a hairy guy to do my militia either, so you're going to be the iron smelt.
My pleasure.
And there we go.
Excellent. There we go. Before our miner can get to work,
we
need to clear out the rat infestation near the mine.
So here's the kobold.
To state our claim.
Here's more for the zoom up.
Or more villagers and right-click on one of the
Look at
rats.
that. Look at the detail that you can see on these kobolds individually. It is for a tutorial pre-alpha. It's better done than I've seen on a lot of games that have been like that. So we'll get him. He'll be the hairy guy that takes everything on. And we need someone else.
What now?
How about you, Kevin the Rangwin? You can be Kevin the Rangman, the
On my
Kobold
way.
Destroyer. And then we have nope. No. How do I get press escape? Fuck. There we go. Yeah. So some of the controls aren't properly implemented yet. It's not that they're not. It's just, again, I'm going to go back on this. It's a whole alpha stage, so everything is needing worked out. The controls, though, as a whole, the controls are fine. I can just easily scroll about the town like this. But the only thing oh, there we go. Oh no, come on, get in there. Oh my god, people are dying. It's all going on. Come on guys, fight the kobolds. 4 people against 1. That's fucking well outnumbered them. It's such an unfair advantage.
Well
but
done. Now move some of our
who
villagers close to the factional
won
area
games
and
with
change
being
to our
fair?
blue colours.
Obviously everyone,
When
because
the
you can't
flag is
really
at
cheat
top
in
of the
nowadays
pole,
games.
we
But
gain
there you
control
go.
of the
So there you go.
resource and our
As you can
mining
see,
force.
because I had 4 people on that,
Villagers have arrived.
yeah,
Superb.
captured
Now
that
build a
instantly.
stonecutter's lodge near the stone quarry and train one of our villagers to be a
Let's-
stonecutter.
Let's get some stone cutting on the go.
It's dynamite.
Stone
My
Cutter's Lodge.
pleasure.
Go for it, guys. Go on ahead. And yep, another thing about this game is you can loot your enemies. So you click on that. Don't know what transmute does. Doesn't have a function just now. But yeah, there's going to be transmuting in the game. But yeah, you loot all. You have your own inventory, and you can actually individually equip people with stuff. But we'll see that closer to the militia side of the game. So right now, at the start of the game, yeah, it is simply just learning what to do, how to do stuff, what to do and how to it. Yeah, kind of how the village works, what you need for which place. So it is very simple on. And again, I'm going to say we are fully focusing on getting this tutorial complete in the one go. So I'm sitting down, so sorry if I seem like I'm a bit out of breath or
New
anything,
building options
because I
are
will be
available.
going at this commentary anyway. So we'll go
On my
Go
way.
capture the hangway, the stone cutting place. But Rufus the hairy, you're not. Right, and they haven't exactly got natural. There we go. Nope.
My pleasure.
Fucking yeah, and
On my
sometimes
way.
selecting people is a bit difficult. Kevin, since you're walking away, trying to avoid all responsibility, you're now becoming our stone cutter. There you go. So. Yeah, not all the characters have individual. You will get clones, twins as I like to call it. I don't think I've ever seen more than 2, but yeah, once someone dies, oh, cutscene dies.
Oh, is that it, bruv? What did the big man say? Big man? He says he's been talking to them Weirfu monks who is like all the way up on the mountain, innit? Innit though? They is proper in the clouds. And they see all these like filthy human beings getting comfy on our turf. All building villages and thing, you get me, bruv? I hear you, man. So the big man reckons they is all our property and he'll get some wicked coin for them, innit? What's the plan? We go down there and they're all like, oh no, please don't make us into slaves. And we like take them back up to the big man. They got any protection, bruv? Nah, man, that's the best thing. They got nothing. Let's do this. I hear you, man. Let's do it. Listen up. He was all the property of the slave master Urzal. We're taking some of you to be his slaves. The rest of you better shut it, or we will take all of you. This is our village now. You get me, yeah?
Well, I guess we ain't alone on this island no more.
So what are we gonna do, lads?
Well, we can't just leave them to the goblins, can we, dear boy? We should go and rescue them.
But we're not soldiers and we ain't got no swords or nothing.
If we don't go and get 'em back, them goblins will be thinking we's all just here like turkeys waiting for Thanksgiving.
We need volunteers. Good, brave lads who can go on a rescue mission.
What about you, Bernard? After all, they did take your wife.
Well, I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, I can't go. I've got, important buildings to make.
Shoot, I can't go. I've got important, logs to chop.
And I've got, important, holes to dig.
Hey, didn't they also take Jethro the farmer?
What?
They took Jethro. You know, the farmer.
But that means...
What?
That means that we can't grow wheat.
So?
If we can't grow wheat, then we can't make bread.
So?
If we can't make bread, then...
What is it, man?
That means we can't have toast. That's it, boys. We're going to get Jeffro.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Oh yeah, best get the wife too. Let's get tooled up.
So there you go, guys. As you can, oh, so fire's going on. Get to the well. Get to the well. We have a well, so they'll automatically go and get well stuff, water. So yeah, guys, as you can see, throughout our travels before coming here, we have travelled the lands, the world, to gather everybody with a different accent from all over. And from what the looks of the goblin, we're on the outskirts of London now. So yeah, the thing I like about this game is, well, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It is very comical. It is meant to take the piss out of a lot of things. I don't think it's meant to take a piss out. Don't think it's meant to take the piss out of things in a bad way, but definitely it's meant to take the piss out of in general everything. So let's build a barracks. Now we get to see the militia side of things.
My pleasure.
The last time I've done this, I didn't train my people well enough, so we'll let them put out the fires. We'll didn't train them well enough, and we end up getting panned. We end up getting beaten quite badly. So I'm going to put everybody that I need here.
On my way.
And the only other thing I would like to see in this game is a quick select option for your people, like your people that standing still, because every time one of my troops would die, we would, what am I saying? Yeah, every time one of our troops would die, I would have to run all the way back and see this whole navigating the map. It's a wee bit difficult for me. Don't know if it's just me being stupid, but it's a wee bit difficult, and see, because people hide in buildings, it's really hard to it's really hard to find people that are not doing anything. But let's get these 3 peasants as our grand army. So let's do this. So they'll go in and train.
Sending out a party of adventurers to rescue the villagers, we should give our militia
I
some
know,
combat
I
training.
know.
There are some mischievous-looking critters close to the
Bet
village.
these two.
Clear them out.
See?
Let's see if there's anything interesting
bad.
to be found.
Yeah, so right click, if you hold right click it won't actually do it. I really should be doing that more often. Rufus isn't going to be in our army, so Gavin the Bald is. Sorry if I'm being a little bit. Oh no, wait, there can we get 5 people then? Well, Rufus, you may actually still stand a chance in our army. Right, let's have a look, Get him in for training, there we go. And that's what I mean. So unless we know, so who have we got in our army somewhere? So Corporal Donald, Simon and Carol's and Gavin. So that's alright, I don't mind you, Rufus. We will accept you into the ranks of the corporals. So let's go, let's get 5 people and we'll be ready to set off in the rest of the game. So while we are focusing on our militia side of it, we will actually be given other quests within this town just to add more buildings and whatnot. But it's not actually, right now it doesn't make enough of an impact for it to be worth doing. So we're just going to focus on getting kind of the main quest line done and showing you what the combat side of it, so you understand what the basic city building tutorial mechanics are. You do all that, all this happens, these go up and you win. But bar all that, well, all this combat, is this combat as exciting as what these people are saying it's going to be? It is, because as you can see, throughout these people, this is their inventory, look. So if I want to give Corporal Donald a helmet, I certainly can by dragging it over there, and there you go, he has a helmet. And I'll give him a ring as well. Got to give Donald some bling bling, and that's it. So they have their individual moves down there. Here's their experience bar. I don't really think it does too much now, but I would assume as they level they will unlock these skills and you get to use these skills to overcome your enemies. But the only problem I've found with them so far is there's no way to quick select between your troops, and that would only do this for him. It wouldn't do it for everyone else, so I don't know how they're going to implement it so you can flick through maybe the F keys. But it certainly isn't a bad feature. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what you can do with all the different types of troops they're going to implement. Because currently these guys are just spearmen, and spearmen aren't that special. So yeah, you get mages, you get golems in this tutorial, and you get a golem, a tank, and a mage, which all have individual techniques. So let's go. Ruin this corner. Let's go explore. Try find our friends.
We're going to need
Got all
more
these
manpower to keep
kobolds.
growing at this rate.
And there you go.
Constructing
Need more
4 wall
manpower. No,
cottages
we
will
don't. We
encourage
have
new
our
settlers
army.
to arrive on the
Our
premises.
army of Donald. Oh, who are the people? I'm going to learn my troops. Going to learn their names. So
Arm yourselves, men.
here we go.
Hold on.
Let's
Onward to
look.
victory
Let's get them
and
all pimped out. That's good. That's good. So yeah,
double
the one thing I noticed
time.
when I was playing this game before is the learning curve was a wee bit steep at one point where I just got overrun by everybody and end up dying, end up losing people.
Quick march.
Stop it,
Tis
stop
an
it.
honor.
Right, gotta make them selecting stuff a little bit easier, a little bit better than just
Where's
having to constantly click and make sure you're clicking on the right area. So there we go, got a chest, get loot, epic loots from the chest, and let's get our guys kitted out. So Donald, you're our leader, you're the chain of command here, you don't need another ring. We'll get you Gavin, Rufus going to be the one we take the piss out of in the group. He's the black sheep, as it were. So Simon, I like the sound of your name. Let's get you a helmet of your own, so you can have this fucking steel badass helmet right there. And you can have that. And you might be wondering why I'm not equipped in the swords. These are spearmen, so they don't fucking use swords. But so far so good. So Simon and Donald, you are people we are going to be leading this army. Simon, you're second to command. Rufus, stay at the back just in case. And let's head towards down this quest marker.
Move out.
Okay, obviously this is where they've been taken. So yeah, the maps are looking huge as well. Like, I'll give you a quick scope after this little cutscene here. I'll give you a scope on what we actually have to work with. But let's these guys run. Oh, do I need to actually click on them? Certainly no.
What was that?
No, Hobbles! My beautiful Hobbles! They've stolen you away from me!
You all right, mate?
No, I am not all right. Those filthy goblins have stolen my Hobbles away from me. Oh, I can't stand the thought of their filthy, rough hands all over him. I feel faint. No!
Who are you? And what you doing out here in the middle of nowhere anyway?
I am Camphor Mageflower, and Lord Blackdark banished Hobbles and I for living an, alternative lifestyle.
What, for being,
No, silly! Hobbles is my familiar.
Oh, right, that's like a pet, is it?
More than a pet, we have a magical bond. Our minds and souls are intertwined in a beautiful, penetrating partnership. Lord Blackdark banned all wizards from having familiars. He thought it was creepy.
Sounds a bit overly familiar to me.
Well, yes. We were banished to this hellhole, and now my beautiful Hobbles has been taken from me. I must get him back, no matter what the cost. I can't do this on my own. I need some big, strong lads to help me.
Oh, well.
I heard the goblins talking about some settlers they'd kidnapped from a nearby village. They must be on the other side of this wall. Now, the first problem is how we break through these gates. I think this may be a bit much for even your rippling physique. So how do we get through? Let me think. Aha! Hobbles and I were looking for somewhere warm to snuggle up the other night, and we happened on an old golem. We could use that to bash through the gates. If I remember correctly, it was a McDongle Mark IV, so you'll need to insert a McDongle's gem of rebooting to reset its commands before it will obey you. Now, I've seen a gem of rebooting. Where was that? Ah, yes, the deserted monastery up on White Peak. Watch out for the monks, who found enlightenment by becoming werewolves and now practice were-fu. It's like Kung Fu, but hairier. Fetch the gem of rebooting, activate the golem, then bring it back here. Then we can use it to break down the doors and rescue Hobbles and the villagers. Hurrah!
Right you are, sir.
Okay, well, as you can see, the voicing is a bit out. It's never happened. This is actually the first time I've ever experienced that while playing it. But yeah, now we've got our new quest. We've got to go that's an interesting character within himself. Certainly dead flamboyant character. But yeah, once before we go and do what we need to do, I know this little trick or hint or whatever it's going to be called is to get this guy over here. So we're going to go over there, and while we go over there, I'll explain this whole map issue. So yeah, we have a fucking huge map, guys. This is where this whole golem thing is. I don't know if this is dark just because I've not explored it before, but we'll get out there because you can't really see it. Here's the plane that we are on. It's like the kind of desolate, kind of sandy area, I think. Then we have the main town. I'll speed this up. Press shift to speed up your camera just in case you want to know. But then you have the kind of normal area. There you go. That's big enough within itself. And then we have where we're going to head to once we get this guy is the snowy area where the werfu or the fucking werewolves and their kung fu and whatever they call it is here. So yeah, the map, the tutorial map is pretty big within itself, and for the piece de la resistance, if that was even said correctly, is this bit. This is where the end of the game will be. This is like where all these goblins kinda, it totally reminds me of Zul'Gurub and whatnot out of World of Warcraft, a typical troll area, but obviously it's goblins, can't do copyright and all that. So let's go and continue the quest. Don't want to spend too long explaining stuff, unless you want me to explain anything, but I'll explain the rest of the things in the comments below. So let's get some combat experience with this new guy. He is a tank. He is there. It's called Sir Rowan the Unsavoury. He has his own move, which is like a taunt, I'm sure it is.
Say hello to my little
Say hello to my little thought. And there we go. Levels up. Everybody's leveling up. I don't know if there'll be a talent system. That would be cool if you could individually talent people, but still could be implemented. Who knows? So we're only doing this just to get the combat experience because there is going to be a point where people will die, and I really don't want people to die. I'd like to do this in a flawless run where my army of Donald and whatever his face was, the second in command, there you go, Donald and Gavin and Rufus, Charles, and Simon, there we go. I'll try to remember their name, guys, I'll try to remember them. I'm not the type of guy to forget about my people. I'm the type of guy to honour each and every one of them. So let's go and go to this werewolves, kung fu, monk place up in the mountains, up to the snowy mountains. Oh, there we go. So they'll start walking automatically. And yeah, so this game is interesting enough to me. I certainly have enjoyed playing it the couple of times that I have. There isn't any quicks. Well, press F, and you will zoom in to the front guy or whoever you're targeted down here. Again, I don't know how to quick switch between characters. I don't think it's been implemented yet. But let's go back out. Don't want to be following him for too long. But that's a cool feature that they have, that you can still keep on top of your army. You can assign troops as well. You can assign groups of troops where you can press, I think it's 1, it'll go to your first set, and then 2, you align people to certain parties. So that'll be interesting to, oh, cutscene.
The monastery of the monks of the Mangy Wolf. Once a religious sect of great devotion and piety, they practiced in solitude and silence in their quest to achieve enlightenment. Evil monk Wolf Chow became head of the order and ruled the monastery with a leash of iron. He even banned the monks from making their renowned homemade organic toast. The monks rebelled, led by Rufus Pooh, but couldn't stop the ritual of the Bloody Fang because Wolf Chow used the unearthly and ancient squeaky toy weapon to distract Rufus and his followers. Wolf Chow found the twisted path of the mangy wolf by becoming a werewolf and learning the dark secret of Werfu. That night was known as the Night of the Pointy Teeth, and Wolf Chow turned all the monks into his werewolf disciples. Now they practice the fearsome Werfu and follow the dark path. Approach carefully, as they no longer need a full moon to become their doggy selves, and they have very pointy teeth.
Well, that's us being warned, guys. So yeah, as you can see, they have had a lot of brainstorming about the names and whatnot that they're calling stuff. I certainly think it's funny because it's funny to see that it's not being serious. Like they can And I even think in the presenter's voice, at one of the points, the squee toy thing was kind of like, what? But certainly, I think it's funny. Why not? There's no need for all this grimdark and seriousness in games of today. So let's pay attention to fights because oh no, he's gonna die. He's already gonna die. Charles, run, Charles. There we go. And they will automatically heal out of combat. Don't know if that's going to be a common thing, just because there isn't any kind of healers in the game just yet, or if it's just anybody can heal. Not too bad, but I suppose we'll see as the game progresses. Fucking forgetting to say half the words that I'm meaning, guys. Let's keep going. I'm not really gonna loot anything because I don't really see a point. I don't know if the armor adds stats, but certainly I look forward to. Oh no, 4 against 6 actually, right? So, oh no, run. Right.
Arm yourselves.
I'm sorry, but this guy, run. Do I lose you just yet? No.
Heading out. By your leave.
Run. Rufus, don't let the team down. Rufus, just keep running. Oh, that was close, guys. Yes, so there's no pause. There's no proper pause feature where you can kind of save your enemies. Your enemies, don't save the enemies. Fucking leave the enemies alone. There's no save feature where you can save your troops. Save. Pause feature. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm just making up words as I'm talking. But yeah, there's no pause feature to save your enemies for when. There's no pause feature to stop things from happening and to kind of react to people dying like that. So yeah, I've managed to pull out the bag and save Rufus because that's the type of guy I am. I wouldn't let such things destroy my enemies or my fucking. Oh god, guys, I will get it right one day. I won't stop. I will learn this English language one day. So we're almost at the quest, as it were. Oh god, not as it were at all, guys. It's just is the quest. So let's go and get the quest. The gem of rebooting.
'Tis an honor.
Wait. Whoa. Ah, there we go. Look, we've got people coming from.
Away I go.
Right.
Move out.
Let's go get some extra experience by taking on this wolf up here. They're no match. Their barefoot is no match for my awesomeness. That's what I say. There we go. Level 3.
As you wish.
And we'll take this extra guy up here. And then we'll go and take on the goblin camp where they will know what hit them. So I'm quite looking forward to this because last time I done this I only put 3 troops. I thought you would only need 3 troops. Clearly I was wrong there. Come on. There we go. Aggroed. So yeah, I only had 3 troops and that's how we ended up dying. It did become difficult because of that, because every time we had to retrain, everybody started off at level 1, and towards the end of this tutorial, level 1 doesn't quite cut it. So pretty much people were dying, I was continuing the fight with a couple while respawning, training and sending them back in. So let's go. I've got to go over here and do this bit quickly. Get this golem, fucking whatever it's called, get him over here. Get fucking what are we gonna call him? While we wait, we'll think of a name for our iron golem. We will call him Iron Golem. How about that, guys? As I don't know, I thought about the name and I thought it was quite creative, but no, I can't be too creative with the names. We'll call him Steve. And that's exactly where I'm going to dwindle this one down to. And there we go. Caller.
Ready for duty, sir.
Ready for duty, sir. So yeah, the voice acting in this game is actually not bad. I mean, there's a couple of bits I'm a bit iffy. It seems a bit forced. But, I don't know. It might just be the way I'm hearing it. But it seems a bit forced to me sometimes. Like, one of the last things the goblin says, let's do this. I thought the prolonging of the do was a bit unnecessary. There we go. Dwarven key is required. Where would you get such a dwarven key from? Probably. Right. Never mind. I think I've realised the reason that this area is here. Right. Bronze key. Bronze keys. And there we go. So,
At your
Charles,
command.
it's
Tis
your,
an honor.
it's your,
As you wish.
and that's for me. Go into there.
Away I go.
Please say that the bronze key is in there, because I'm not trekking all the way back to get it. If it's back on that fucking ice place. Right. Let's go on, Charles. Run faster than that. Fuck. I didn't train you to be this slow. You should be the fastest in our army. Almost there, almost there. So yeah, the camera is still quite fluid. Steel sword. Right, yes, so we we have to go find this key. I have no idea where the fucking is.
Forward.
Find the dwarven key.
At once.
Oh, there's a... Oh, hell no. Oh, no.
Heading out.
Well, join me when I fucking get this key, because I'm not going to record this any further while we wait. So, be right back, guys.